friends, thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, we're gonna do a little after Easter refresh. And so I've got a couple of places in my home that have Easter, and I wanna take it down and just add in some everyday decor. I'm not gonna go out and buy anything. I'm gonna use some of the things that I thrifted over the past month or two. I wanna use some of that, and then just some things that I already have on hand. So this is just gonna be a simple refresh, but I just want it to feel like spring, still maybe later spring. I'm not ready to bring in summer yet. So let's work with what we have and just see what we can come up with. But friends, I also want to share with you this really cute sweatshirt that I got. It's really not a sweatshirt, it's kind of like a thin sweatshirt type of thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so adorable. My sister actually found it and she was like, hey, you need this. She tells me what to buy. So I grabbed it. It's so cute, and I want to share with you what the back looks like right here. That's what makes it adorable. So friends, if you're interested, I hope you'll go grab you one because they are so cute and so comfortable. And if you're gonna go out, you might as well go out in style. So I hope you go check it out. But friends, let's get started with this video and let's give my home just a little bit of a refresh. Friends, are you like me and after every holiday, you kind of hate to say goodbye to some of the decor that you have sitting out? I'm so glad that I went ahead and decorated with Easter early because it seems like I only had it up for such a short time. But sadly, I think it's time for it to go away and for me to bring out a few other things. Now, I'm not going to concentrate all over the living room because I just won't have the time to share that with you today. But I am going to concentrate in a couple of areas. So my main thought was just to pull down most of the Easter where I have it concentrated the most, which is this cabinet right here. I'm going to take that down and then I'm going to concentrate on this coffee table right here and change that out. And I will pull a few other things. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and leave these prints up because to me, you know, bunnies still go for spring, and so I'm going to keep them. I was looking at this, I was hoping I could still use it because I'm just so in love with this piece. I thought maybe I could just print a design or a different sign or something and place it right over Happy Easter and keep it out. But you know, since it is a chocolate bunny, I think I'm going to let it go. So I gathered a tray, and so now I'm going to say goodbye to these sweet little Easter things until next year. So now that I have most of the decor taken out, I'm going to gather up a few things to use, but first I'm going to go ahead and take down just a few other things that are Easter. So I went ahead and took the wheelbarrow down that I had sitting right here along with those couple of white bunnies, and I'm going to leave that just as is. I just think it's pretty and simple, and I'm going to go with it. So now let's take down the Easter right here, which that means the chicks, the bunny, the Easter eggs, and I think that's it. So my thought was to gather things that would kind of resemble spring, gardening, that kind of thing. And I want to use this wheelbarrow. I think it's so pretty. And these are just things that I have on hand, things that I've thrifted or bought and had for many years. So let's just style right here. So I'm going to put in this vintage little old wheelbarrow that I have. I just love this so much, but I want it to tilt on its side, and so my thought was to take one of those moss stones and prop under one leg so that it would lean. And then the only thing I'm going to do is just fill it with a few clay pots, and I think that look will give me what I'm looking for. I don't know if this is going to work, but I've got these blue flowers that I used in the arrangement on my dining room table. So I pulled those out, and I thought I could stick them in with this fern because I thought it would pull together the blue that are in these other flowers. And I love these so much. I try to use them as long as possible, and I just thought that this might work. So I'm going to stick them in the fern. And just a little trick, I don't think it really shows well on camera, but once you place something in, like if you're adding florals to a piece of greenery, make sure that you pull those greenery pieces out and around so that it really looks more natural. I didn't show that on camera, I don't think, but that is what I went back in and did. And you can see it really elevates the look a little bit. So now that I'm looking at these clay pots, I feel like it really needs something else. And so I don't want to add a lot, but I do have these moss stones, and I will have those linked in the description below for you guys if you're looking for some. I love to use these all year round, but I'm just going to tuck a few in and around the wheelbarrow, and I think that helps the look of it. Now for the opposite side, I have these zinc pots, and then like this is mainly all stuff I've thrifted. I've got this gorgeous ironstone bowl, and I'm just gonna try to make a display in this bowl. And the reason I'm using this bowl is I want to tie that bowl with the other bowl on the other side, and that just kind of makes it feel more balanced. Now I'm not sure this is gonna work, but let's just see what it looks like. So I'm going to play with this for a little bit and see if I can make this work the way I kind of envision. I did add a little sprig of greenery. I thought that kind of tied in with what I did on this big wood pedestal over here. And then I've got these blue flowers, and I think I'm just going to add a few here and there. I put some in, and then later you'll see I did take them out because I just thought it was too much. But sometimes you just have to play with things before you really know if it's going to work or not. And like I said, I'm going to pull the flowers out in the front in a little bit and just replace it with something else. Y'all, I have to always revert to my favorite thing, and that is just paper shred. I love this stuff. I just cut up books, old books, or even new books, just books that I don't use. You can go to the Dollar Tree and buy some, and you can, you know, stain them with coffee, and when they dry, you just cut them up in little shreds. I love to use those. I just love the character. I love the added texture. And I just, like I said, I use this all over my house. I even use some with pinking shears so that it has a little edge. But as you can see, I am trying to add this flower, but in the end, I think it just works better without. Just adding those moss stones and a little bit of that shred, I think really just is all I need to this bowl. I don't know if I love it. I'm going to live with it for a little bit and see. So you guys will have to come back in my next video and just see what I've done, because I'm going to continue to do some more refresh in my home. So now let's move over to this cabinet and style it. Okay, now that I've got this tray full of goodies, let's go ahead and place this in the cabinet. And I like doing that because I kind of have it all right there so I can see it and use it. Of course, I'm going to just tuck some greenery in this little basket. I like that look. That's perfect. And then we're just going to move up to the next shelf. I've got this shelf, which pretty much stayed the same as before. I just kind of moved the tray over just a little bit. I'm going to add a few things. I've got this wooden spool I found in my stash, and I'm going to stick that up there. I'm going to add a candle and a few other things. Friends, I just added a paper towel to the bottom of this crock because I wanted to fill in with this paper shred, and this is some more that I made. And then I'm going to add in just some objects that I have had on hand for a long time. I just think they look like spring to me. I don't know. I just think they're so pretty. They are off of, I believe, like a chandelier type of thing. But I'm just going to tuck these into this crock, and I just think that look is really pretty. Again, friends, most of the things I have are thrifted. This was thrifted. That sweet little green container was thrifted. The crock was thrifted. I mean, I love to thrift. You just never know what you're going to find in this, sweet little container right here. I just love. I think it needs. I was going to try to find a piece of lace to tuck inside. I didn't end up finding any, so I will just share with you in a little bit what I added right there. But yeah, I just love this collected look. I just think it's so fun just to group things together and style them, and it's just this brings so much interest, I think, to a piece. So I want to share with you something else. I thrifted this gorgeous picture, and I just think it is so beautiful, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but for some reason I just thought that it would really work in this display I'm creating right now. And friends, this is painted masterfully on this just piece of wood. Again, this came from the thrift store. It was very, very cheap, and I just think it's beautiful, and I want to use it right here. So I'm just going to grab me a little stand, a little holder, and I'm going to place this gorgeous picture right here. So I love this, but I don't think it works with my rabbit pictures now. I just think it just doesn't work. So as much as I wanted to leave those right there, I'm going to take those pictures down, and I think it'll give it a cleaner look. So I'm going to remove those, and then we'll see what we think. See, that looks so much better. So I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. If you know, anybody knows anything about this picture, please let me know, because I would love to find some more information about it. I just think it's incredible. And I mean, like, the painting on it's just unbelievable. It looks like a masterpiece, and I was just so excited to have it. So I'm so thankful that I finally get to pull it out and use it. So here's another piece I thrifted. It's a heavy paperweight. It's cast iron. It's just so cool. When I seen it at the thrift store, I mean, even though it was $8 for this thing almost, I thought, you know what, I have to get it. It's just too cool to leave behind. So I think I'm just going to tuck it in right up here, and I just love this. It's so sweet. I don't know. That's one thing that I'm glad I bought, even if it was a little more than I wanted to pay. So friends, that really completes the look that I'm going to do right here. You guys tell me if you think that's too many blue flowers right there. It might look better with just the fern. So let me know your thoughts there. I tend to think it might look better with just the fern. So y'all please let me know. I love your advice. It's always so encouraging to hear from y'all. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. It's always such a blessing to my heart. And friends, before I go, I just want to share with you this beautiful Bible verse. May the Lord of peace himself continually grant you peace in every circumstance. 2 Thessalonians 3:16. Friends, doesn't it give you so much comfort to know that you can have peace in any situation that you're facing? That to me is so much comfort, and I pray that it comforts you as well. Friends, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. And friends, we look forward to seeing the next one. Bye, y'all.